2016 was the year of Edge on YouTube, where the platform had a whole new wave of content creators of all kind, who were just blowing up. You could say and do practically anything and make a shit ton of cash. Now it's pretty clear you clicked on this video for one or two reasons. Either you're looking for Leafyishere, or you want to know what happened to him. And that being said, I guess it's time for a theory on where exactly he is. Leafyishere, if you don't know exactly who he is, was a CSGO YouTuber who gained fame from his golden years of criticizing and picking on other variations of creators. Those creators he made fun of either made different types of content or videos that, most people would deem cringy or dumb. He rose and accumulated up to 4 million subscribers, pulling in 100 million views a month before he eventually went off grid in 2017, leading to sub loss, view loss, and loads of fans asking where he is. He's basically the father of some commentary creators who never came home, mainly due to the fact that Leafy, 𝘼𝙇𝙇𝙐𝘾𝙞𝘿, and Keemstar, and several other creators from 2016 have inspired the new or neo-commentary genre. Calvin, or Leafyishere, never came home from the store, leading to the age-old question of, when is he coming back? And the answer is, chances are if you're looking for Leafy to come back, the chances are very slim. But how slim are they, you ask? Is he not coming back? You don't exactly know you're getting a no until you ask. And if you don't ask, you've only given yourself a no. Now don't get me wrong, it would be interesting to see a video or something of him just genuinely telling his fans why he got tired of uploading on YouTube and left. And honestly, it's not that hard to hate this platform, because when you're a YouTuber, it can feel like sometimes you're just demonetized and censored for no reason. Needless to mention, some of the creators are a little questionable, and some even dox or want to harm others. But that isn't what we really planned on getting into today. We're talking about where Leafy is, and the theories if he is coming back. Now I'm going to start off by saying he could come back anytime if he really wants to. It isn't really a need or a rush for him to come back, seeing as most of his fans are begging him to re-enter the commentary scene even though he probably doesn't want to. The reason for me saying he wouldn't want to is due to the state of the website. People who would most likely know if Leafy were to come back would highly be Grade A Under A, Billy the Fridge, or Keemstar. One thing to keep in mind is that Keemstar is constantly promoting Leafy's Twitter to get unbanned, and you will start to question why would he be trying to get it unbanned if Leafy will just be inactive and rarely post. In today's current society, not many people like to take a look at our current events. And one thing that has really made me consider being one of the few alleged reasons for Leafy to want to make appearances for was the coronavirus. Now I know what you're thinking, I mentioned the Wuhan in the building, but the reason for me saying this is every time there's a virus going around,
the stock markets crash harder than Onision in a mental breakdown.
Thanks Dino, very cool. Anyways, if you aren't too familiar with how stocks work, for example, Chips Ahoy. Say Leafy has purchased a stock in Chips Ahoy. When Chips Ahoy aren't making money or selling, he loses money. In the last interview, he mentioned how he was getting into stocks, which is a valid reasoning to why he would be low on money. Am I correct? And if you are low on money through stocks, the best option is to get money through a different route. And for Leafy, the easiest route would be YouTube views. And to get YouTube views, he would need to be active. Becoming active would mean appearances, sightings, and so on. Leafy is most likely making community posts to get views on his videos just to make money. And to make money, he can recap from the pivoting stock market. The evidence is all there. I mean, he's taken all the baby steps just to clearly prove that he doesn't hate the internet. Back in 2018, he posted on Snapchat and gets on an interview with Drama Alert. I want you to remember this because later on, it will be brought back up. During the 2018 interview with Keemstar, he was on his phone at the time, only implying that he took his setup down. Due to himself most likely, being tired of YouTube. Then we didn't hear anything from him for a year, up until he adds his brother Crisp into his sub box, along with Cyrus at one point, and then later taking both of them out. Changed his YouTube banner, donated on stream to Billy the Fridge with a remark saying, "Milk it until it's dry," which later pushed him to change his bio to, "Milked it till it's dry." That exact week, he posted on his community tab a picture of someone in his comment section saying, "Welcome back." And in response to this, he replies, "Nah, I'm good," and later posting the state of this website. This piece of evidence shows that he highly likely doesn't want to come back to YouTube. But however, in a whole, let's suppose we're not talking about him necessarily coming back to YouTube. What if he starts streaming on Mixer, or Twitch, or another YouTube-like platform? Oh, for the love of God, not that one! If you keep that idea in your head and apply it to what I was saying, all of said steps has led up until he got on the interview with Nick. Now if you take a look at the last interview he did with Keemstar back in 2018, remember how I said that was going to be brought up? Well, he was on his phone then, and in the most recent interview, he was on his AT2020. That's a microphone for those who don't know, implying that he put his old setup back together again. And he could, if he wanted to, record. But does Leafy want to? Sometimes in a platform of creators, social influencers, or people who just need to vent or do it for fun, there's burnout. He could come back or he could not. We will never know in this day and age. It's all just a will and choice. Everyone asks Leafy, is he coming back to YouTube? But no one really asks if he's coming back to the internet. Now, in my personal opinion, I think if he comes back, it'll change up the scene. Kind of been, hoping since he left that he would return, because it would change a little bit up, considering not a lot of people have the balls anymore to be edgy like he, 𝘼𝙇𝙇𝙐𝘾𝙞𝘿 or Philly Frank were. It'd be nice to have a piece of 2016 back. That being said, I'm Allucid. Dreaming is the name, and as Leafy said, milking it till it's dry is the game. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I hope you have a good day, and peace.